This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're going to be comparing the Trayvax Contour and the Trayvax Original 2.0. If you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so we can continue making content to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. So just a quick run through of the materials here. Stainless steel is the backbone of both of these wallets. With this one is almost completely stainless steel and then leather to actually hold your money and your cards in. And then on this one here, we have an aluminum front with a stainless steel back that kind of operates as the backbone of this wallet overall and just reinforces some of the tools that we're about to get into. But on the Contour here, you can see it is adjustable with this hex wrench here. So it comes with the hex wrench that you can make those adjustments with. And right now we have it really as loose as it can go. We have a ton of cards and money inside here. And then on this one here, you can do that with this paracord material. So less of a tail means they'll be able to fit more stuff inside the wallet. And if you pull the paracord through to make it tighter, you'll have more of a paracord tail. But we'll actually pull this out. So this fastens with a little, just basically like a little loop that pops over and hooks onto that. And then you have access to your money and cards. You do have a little bit of access to your money here when this is looped, but it's pretty tight, so it's hard to get out of there. But we have 10 foreign currency bills folded up in there right now. And if you go to try and put this inside of the original 2.0, you can kind of get it in there, but once you have cards in there, you're not going to be able to fit that much cash in there. You're really kind of maxed out at 5 bills. And I'll take just a couple of these, maybe get these taller bills here. You can see that if you slide those in there, it's so tall that it kind of interferes a little bit with where this the paracord comes over to fasten. So taller bills and some foreign currencies aren't your best bet inside of the original 2.0. You can do it, it's just you might rough up your money a little bit on this end, which isn't ideal. And then we'll pop these cards out real quick, and I'll do it this way. As you can see, they all kind of come out in a big block. Obviously the ones I pushed came out a little bit more, but it's kind of like if your cards don't have writing on them to kind of separate them, they kind of just come out in one big block. And obviously most of the time your cards are going to have some sort of writing on them to kind of differentiate them from each other, but that is something to note. And we have 9 cards here, and 9 cards will fit inside of the original 2.0 as well. And those fit pretty nicely. I do need to loosen up this cord a little bit to be able to close it. Right now it won't close. But you are able to fit, I would say, more cards inside of this so long as you adjust the paracord accordingly. And something I think important to note as well is that there is an ID window here. So if you have a vertical or a horizontal ID, you'll still be able to see the picture there. So you can kind of flash the ID should you need to do that. And then on this one, we basically have you can see almost an entire card here. So if you wanted to put your ID here or another form of just a card you want quick access to, but obviously you don't want to put a credit card or sensitive information in that window. And there are some things that these wallets share. They're both very lightweight. The original comes in around 2.5 ounces and the Contour is about 4 ounces. So even though this is quite a bit heavier, they're both very light in your hand and they feel light in your pocket. And they both have some features that are worth, I think, commending. They have these little eye loops, so you can attach a carabiner or your keys on there. This one has a pry bar on the original 2.0, so you can kind of pry things up. And then the little bottle opener action here on the Contour, and then a bottle opener here on the back, and also a hand grip right here, so you can pop a bottle open easily or use the pry bar. So I would say that both of these wallets are very packable, and if you kind of set them on top of each other, the Contour is quite a bit smaller, just like when you set them on top of each other like that, because that eye protrudes there and isn't really integrated like it is on the original 2.0. It does add quite a bit of space to the feel of the wallet, especially when you kind of hold it like that. But they're both very minimalistic, although the original 2.0 does feel like better in your hand because of that hand grip there. The weight obviously is about a little bit less than double the weight you get on the Contour. It's just quite a bit heavier when you look at the numbers, but they both feel very light in your hand and also in your pocket, even when they're stuffed full of gear. One thing I think that is important about the original 2.0 is there is a bit more expandability with this paracord. So you can really loosen that all the way up, and in a pinch you can shove a ton of gear inside of here. Obviously just cards and money, but in a pinch sometimes while you're traveling you need that. So these are two very minimalistic wallets, so we thought we'd bring in something a little less minimalistic, but still from Trayvax. This is the Venture Billfold, and as you can see, it kind of pops open like a standard wallet. And first things first, you can see it is quite a bit bigger than both of these wallets. You can see the contour sitting on top of it there, and then the original 2.0 as well. It's similar in size to the original 2.0, but I think it mostly because of that eye and the pry bar. And I think that's something important to note. Like, this wallet doesn't have those options. There's no eye, there's no pry bar. There is a small little window where you can see what's inside, but depending what kind of ID you have, your face might be cut off, or that might be a little bit awkward. And then no bottle opener as well. And something else to note is you can see that the currency is kind of popping out of the top there. This is foreign currency, so it is a bit taller than United States currency, but that is obviously not ideal if you're traveling. And we had a little bit of that issue with the bills being too tall for this clip here on the original, but that was not an issue because you're folding the currency inside the contour. But overall, this is just kind of like a mixture of a minimalist wallet meets, a classic billfold, and it has more features that a classic billfold would have. Like, obviously you can slide your currency in there, place for cards here, here, and here. But if you're going for something truly minimalistic, this kind of misses the bill for me, not to be, make a pun there. But these are very minimalistic options, and they can still fit about the same amount of stuff as you're able to fit inside of this billfold. So there you have it, the Trayvax Contour and the Trayvax Original 2.0. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.